Famous casualty faces lay down their stethoscopes and become outpatients on Mel and Sue's light lunch next, while Ken homs the consultant in the kitchen.
Coming soon, the first and only nappies that actually breathe.
Actually breathe?
Discover new, all-over, breathable Huggies.
I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control.
However you say I love you, a gold heart says you care. The Variety Club Gold Heart Appeal raises money for sick, disabled and disadvantaged children. And you can help. Gold hearts only cost £1 from all these high street names. So however you say I love you this Valentine's Day, show you care.
Everyone wants that perfect look, so we pile on the makeup. Foundation, concealer, powder. It all adds up. Now Max Factor have a 3-in-1 complete makeup. It covers like a liquid foundation, conceals where you need it, and here's the magic. It transforms to a soft powder finish. Less is more.
Max Factor's new 3-in-1 complete makeup. The makeup of makeup artists.
Nothing beats Vanish on this. Or these. And to make even these disappear, pour on thick Vanish liquid, add it to your normal wash, and see the difference. Stains vanish with Vanish.
Discover the best ever Grattan Catalogue. Call 0800 771 772 for your free copy. You'll find big names, plus interest-free ways to spread the cost. There's next day delivery, and even 20% off your first order. Share in the new Grattan Catalogue. Call now on 0800 771 772.
In the all-new mini-cereal municipal pool, when the temperature drops...
The water. It's 3 degrees below recommended EEC levels.
The heat is on.
But Savannah, she could catch a chill. I'd go in myself. But I've just had my Frutibix. Crunchy whole wheat with fruit and nuts in a spoon-sized biscuit.
Savannah! Can Troy save Savannah?
Oh, Troy.
And rescue his Frutibix? Frutibix, the all-new mini-cereal.
Discover the stuff that dreams are made of.
It's Flubber.
Flubber?
If you apply a small amount of energy, it liberates an enormous quantity of energy.
Are you nuts?
You can kiss gravity goodbye.
This definitely has applications in the field of sports.
Walt Disney Pictures presents
Hit the deck!
Robin Williams.
Flubber!
Where you go,
That's a bargain. Pinky little number. I'm having that.
how you move.
Ah, non-iron shirt.
I know you're not a casual person.
And what you buy.
Let's go to C&A's.
Forget free will, they have ways of making you shop till you drop. Tuesday at 8 on 4.
In dressing for breakfast, there seems to be some confusion of identity.
Hey, Dave.
Hi, Mike. Carla's out. Fancy a lager and an Indian?
Should they ask for professional help?
Well, of course, I'm flattered.
His advice should be useful.
Not so good as mine, I suspect.
Who says?
Not us.
Maybe they're right.
Aha.
You can't always rely on friends to help you out.
There is a difference between being friendly and making a public spectacle of yourself.
Friday Psychology from 9 on 4.
Live it, love it, wear it, watch it.
Hello, I'm Nick from Henley. Working on the lunch shift today are casualty stars, staff nurses Tina Seabrook and Sam Collerby, Dr. Georgina Woodman, and paramedic Josh Griffiths. Cue titles.
Dr. Ross.
And boy/girl, are we lucky to be here today. I narrowly avoided a nasty accident this morning when I discovered I had a chipped nail.
And I had a narrow escape after finding a split end. But I had a good look at my end and it wasn't split, so thank the Lord. We called emergency services and we were whisked by stretch limo to P&E.
That's presenter and emergency.
We had to hang around in a waiting room for almost 3 hours after a coachload of light entertainment presenters were brought into casualty following a severe outbreak of smugness at TV Centre.
Nearly everyone was saved.
Except for Anthea Turner, whose condition is still sadly critical.
Yeah. Okay. Today the show has an overriding medical drama type theme.
Yep, our temperature is rising, our pulses are racing and our blood pressure is high. Can I just say something very briefly? Usually we have a fantastic lady, a lovely lady called Debbie, who advises us on our wardrobe. Today Mel's gone for her own clothes. To me, it's a combination of poor white rapper, aka Vanilla Ice, that kind of vibe, meets a sort of headlong collision 1920s single spinster gardener lady. That's what I'm saying. It's Vita Sackville West trousers.
20s lady gardener. All I'm saying is, lads, summer '98, these are going to be big.
Yeah, that was summer 1898 when things like the ancient pedal pusher were in fashion. There you go.
Anyway, we've scrubbed up, swabbed down and slopped out, so we're ready to start the operation because we are admitting the cast of Casualty to the show.
Casualty, the hospital drama with more... Yes! Well, a lady might go way, because it's the hospital drama with more blood than a black pudding factory.
More gore than the Seville bull ring on Blind Matador's afternoon.
And more stitches than the hilarious Una Stubbs book of contemporary needlecraft.
For the last 12 years, Casualty has been offering life support to the careers of blood-stained extras. It gets an amazing 15 million viewers. And joining us today are some of the stars that have helped make it such a success. Dread. Bring on the equipment, Sister Katie.
Yes! There you go. Katie, resident feminist of the show. I'd like to start here by showing these delightful feet, the excellent bone structure of these feet. They fill the shoes of Rebecca Lacey, and they're famous for their role in Casualty, where they played the feet of dazzling Dr. George.
This striking rib cage that you're seeing here contains the internal organs that support attractive actor Jonathan Kerrigan. He plays sexy gay male nurse Sam Collarbone, and with his boyish good looks... Collar B, and with his boing... Good looks, and charming bedside manners, he breaks bad news with the skill of Dr. Kildare.
Now, these shapely legs here, OK, containing exemplary tibia and fibia, are a matching pair that hold up the body of 22-year-old Claire Goose. Our sensible staff nurse Tina, she always has people in stitches and bandages.
What a shame they aren't wearing uniform today, Sim.
Yes, they've come in casual tea clothes.
And pray tell, Dr. Sue, who's going to administer pudding?
Well, Dr. Mel, none other than that prince among paramedics, Josh Griffiths.
Yes, he's in the house. During the course of his 8 years on duty, he's attended nearly 200 emergencies, including some slightly tragic bee stings and superglue accidents.
Yep, so on today's show, we welcome the cast of Casualty and say, let's play doctors and nurses! I want to play with Matt.
Good.
Check out Matt's outfit.
Matt's outfit, lads.
Saucy.
Let's just focus in on that.
Lovely.
Good legs there, Matty.
And what we know that you don't know is Matt isn't wearing any pants.
Lovely. So, if you want to call our guests to ask if they faint at the sight of blood,
or whether treating a GI bleed with saline lavage will prevent asystole
or abrotherly, then call us. Call us on 09904 lunch, or using the weekly Casualty formula, setting up predictably hazardous situations that always end in Holby A&E. That's 099045.
A teenager steals a car and goes joyriding near some cliffs.
86.
A scaffolding worker stops for a glass of water at the top of a very, very, very tall building and drinks a pint of vodka by mistake.
Jeremy Clarkson there. Jeremy Clarkson. In jeans. 24.
Some frail pensioners accidentally buy ice skates in a boot sale and recklessly challenge each other to a tournament of ice warriors on a barely frozen lake on a sunny day.
Perks, I've just shaved my legs, they really hurt. I've got a rash, lad.
I just got a very bad friction burn off that.
Oh, sorry.
That's a rough shave, that is. Or you could fax us on, apparently they're Matelot trousers.
They're not pedal pushers.
French sailor's trouser.
Crashing on.
Or you can fax us on 09902 lunch if you have an alphatised fax. And here as a tribute to our favourite medical drama is our own casual lunch. So that's 09. Oh, I can wait for that. Could have waited for the band there, decided not to. Sorry about that.
Good evening.
That is 0990 25.
Maybe I shouldn't leave that glass of water precariously balanced on the edge of the table. Then again, I'm sure it'll be fine.
That's Roy there with another Oscar-winning performance. 86.
One of my amp cables is loose and I haven't got time to call an electrician. Oh well, I'll just have to fix it myself.
Oscar nomination for Best Wig, that's Steve McEwen. 24.
I was in a bit of a hurry this morning and I accidentally put dynamite in my cake instead of candles. Never mind, I'm sure it won't make any difference.
And special effects there. Jamie Hollings Daysdrop.
Don't forget, if you want to find out about what guests we've got coming up, play a truly wacky computer game.
It's crazy.
Or simply discuss the burning issues of the day with other lunches, you can log on to our website at the Channel 4 page on the internet at www.channel4.com.
But now it's time to meet the most requested group on Holby General's Hospital radio station. They said my temperature's soaring, they raise my blood pressure, they make my heart skip a beat. They too often miss a beat, that's another story. It's Steve, Matt, it's Dylan and Dan. I love them, it's the Food Fighters. It's like the desert in here. 2 cactuses, Mel's legs. For years, having a Chinese meant a number 48 or a number 24. But then, well, depending on what you're ordering, obviously. Then 14 years ago, one man single-handedly pioneered the introduction of a revolutionary cooking device into humble kitchens around the country. And now 10% of British households are now, this is some facts here, are now proud owners of his trademark wok. Please welcome the most famous chef in the entire world. It's Ken Hart! The most famous chef, the most infamous chef in the entire world is here. Now, what are you cooking for us, Ken?
I'm going to make you something that is so easy to do, using a lot of really interesting ingredients. You know, in my new series, I talk about, you know, the blending of East and West. I'm using like Madras curry powder, lots of garlic, ginger, which you know. There's 5 peppercorn, which is really fantastic. Smell that. That's really
that's good.
Yeah, it's very sexy, all this stuff. And some sun-dried tomatoes, all sorts of fresh herbs like basil, you know, fresh coriander, etc. And this kind of food is light, allows you to be sexy.
Oh, bless your heart. Now, what do you call this dish? How do you sort of describe it?
I call it crackling rice paper, which comes like this. It's not like the rice paper you get at your supermarket for, you know, meringues, etc. You buy this at a Chinese supermarket, and it's very cheap, which is great. Excellent.
I'm going to show you, before you do that, I'm going to show you a recipe board. I'm going to see what we're cooking today. We're cooking crackling rice paper wrapped fish with herbal vegetarian fried rice. Or you can't beat home cooking. Or so good it hurts. Or, quite simply, Ken, you walk.
Did you write those?
I've had a hand. I've had a hand in some of them, yeah. Home on the range. That's where we are today. So, you've soaked your rice paper.
Yes, you want to soak your rice paper like this. And this is very easy, and I love cod because, you know, that's a very, very good fish. And what we want to do with that is take some fresh coriander, which I have here, and put it right there in the center, like that. And then I'm going to put a little bit of this Madras curry paste, which is fantastic powder, because it gives it a lot of flavor. Some salt and pepper.
It's not a traditional thing, curry powder in Chinese cuisine.
No, it isn't. But you know, a lot of Southeast Asian Chinese use curry powder. And you ever had a Chinese curry? I mean, it's actually, a lot of people go to a Chinese shop to have curry, as well as fish and chips.
Do you eat some Chinese takeaways? Do you go out for takeaway?
It depends. Only in Hong Kong.
Only in Hong Kong.
Right.
Not sadly in this country.
No, not in this country. I go for fish and chips.
It is the best, isn't it?
It is the best.
Now, you've been all over the world in your new series, as you've travelled around. But is Hom where the heart is? What do you They get worse, Ken, they get worse. Stay with me, it's a long and painful journey. Which was your favourite country that you visited?
Probably Australia. I think Australians are fantastic because they're pioneering this type of cooking, which East and West, and they're very hip and they're very chic, and the weather is fabulous.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you call this type of cooking fusion, don't you?
Yes, because it's sort of a mixture. It's what's happening in this country, you know. I mean, when you think that the national dish is curry, you know something's happening, right?
Yeah, sure. There's stuff going on.
There's stuff going on.
Now, what's your top tip, Ken?
Yes.
What's your top tip?
What's my top tip?
Tips.
Well, my top tip is to, when you use this rice paper, you can buy them in the shop, and they're nice and dry like this. But don't panic if they sort of break open like this. I think the whole thing about cooking is to relax. So here, when it's like this, all you just have to fold it. You can seal it with a little bit of flour and water like this, and it's so easy to make. I'm almost embarrassed to show it to you.
Look, he's so... How chilled out is Ken? He's the mellowest man in the kitchen.
Because I'm having fun.
Excellent, I'm glad. Now, Melly, doctor, I don't know what's the matter with me. I feel like a marquee in the morning and a big tent at night.
Ah, you're obviously too tense. Oh no, that gag seems to have crashed. We've still got a faint pulse, but it's fading fast. Get the resuscitation team in quick. Now, quick, come on!
Okay, clear. Clear.
Okay, we've got a reading. The gag's up and running. Try it again, Mel.
Okay, let's try it again.
Okay, fingers crossed. Okay, doctor, I don't know what the matter is with me. I feel like a marquee in the morning and a big tent at night.
Ah, you're obviously too tense. Gag is up and running again. Hello there, my loves.
Hello.
All right. Anyone got a cure for sort of stingy, rashy, dry, shavy burn on leggy?
Yeah.
What would you do, my love? What would you suggest? Something soothing, maybe? Yeah, okay.
Baby lotion.
Baby lotion. Yeah. So sweet, you're right. Yeah. Don't be scared, Hang on in there. Hello there. Oh, look, very good. Got some casualty lunches over here. A lot of sort of Red Cross or Green Cross, should I say? What have we got in here?
We've got severed fingers, wrapped in bandages.
Right. So that's a sausage. You're mad. Brilliant. Somebody, quick, take her away. Take her away. Hello, what's your name?
Laura.
Hi, Laura. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. Very good blue, sort of retro eyeshadow. Very strong. Very strong. And what have you got? What have you got?
This is a cake my friend Marie made for me.
Right, it says Laura's first aid for a hangover cake.
Yes, very appropriate.
Brilliant. So what have you got on the cake?
We've got vodka sweets. You know, hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog. Good. Very good.
Fried eggs and chips.
Lovely.
And these are just Rice Krispies, but they look like pills.
Good. Very well done, Laura. Well done. And what about you? What about you, my dear? Oh, severed finger. Another severed finger without the bandage. That's a sausage.
And I've got sandwiches that have been sewed up with licorice, but they've
How long did you all spend doing this then? How long?
About 3 hours.
3 hours. Okay. Keep taking the medication then. Okay, hello. Now, can I just point out Steve here looks frighteningly real as a male nurse. Wouldn't you agree? And Matt, let's have a look. Matt's legs. Very like my headmistress's legs, actually. Look at that. Hair coming through the tan tights. There. Okay, we're going back over here. Hello, ladies. Hello, lady in buff. How you doing?
I'm all right, you?
Fine, yeah, very good. What's your name?
Catherine.
Catherine. Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Now, hello, Sarah. Now, one of you has had a brush with casualty, am I right?
Yes.
What happened?
She broke my arm.
You're joking. What did she do?
I drove a car into her.
Into your arm?
Yeah, well, she was going to hit the wall, and I thought I'll stop her with my arm. And I snapped my wrist.
Oh, Dolly. Okay. Anything else? Anything else to add to that? You had it plastered up? Everything's fine now?
Everything's fine.
Okay, lovely. They're all mad. Thank you for that laugh. That laugh. Now, Sue, I was talking to the cast of Casualty earlier, and they happened to mention that most accidents in the home do take place in the kitchen. So, Dolly, what I'm saying is, be careful over there, okay?
Well, there's no need to worry. Ken knows exactly what he's doing, and I trust him. I mean, there was a moment back there with a knife and stuff that looked dangerous, but, you know, I'm feeling fine, and I trust him. I trust you, Ken. Now, I'm back here with the most infamous chef in the entire world, Ken Hom. Got a slight headache. Sorry. What's going on, Ken?
What's going on?
You've talked the talk now, walk the walk.
I'm going to cook these parcels.
It was a joke all along, wasn't it?
By just putting them this side down.
Right.
And what I love about these kinds of things, they're so really easy to make. And then we're going to do something even more exciting, is heating up the wok. I know it's very, very hot, which is what it has to be. And it's interesting how stir-frying is so big now in this country. I mean, it's
because
fantastic.
Of you.
Well,
you're the pioneer
also,
of the hot wok.
It's really good for you, and you know, for a lot of people who are, you know, eating sort of vegetarian, it's fantastic. I mean, this herbal rice, ooh, you got to get it really hot here. You see the difference between this type of cooking and traditional British cooking, which I think is like cooking on Prozac. You know, it's very slow and everything. You know, this kind of cooking is like an amphetamine. You got to really move fast.
It's buzzy.
It's buzzy. It's it. A little bit of ginger, garlic, and if you can stir that for me.
I will do.
You're really good at this. Some pepper, this 5 peppercorn that we use, which is white, black. Ooh, wow.
Smell that.
Ooh,
wow.
That is very, very hot. And you must keep it really, really hot when you're cooking like this. Once that's brown, you add some cooked rice. This is long grain cooked basmati rice.
Does it have to be cold when you put it in?
It should be very, very cold.
Okay.
Do you like to stir fry?
I love it, actually, I have to say.
I mean,
it's quick.
It's really quick, it's really easy, and what you want to do is take this up from the top like this.
Okay.
Don't be afraid of your wok. Love your wok.
Embrace the wok,
exactly.
but not when it's hot.
Right, not when it's hot.
Otherwise you'll be getting a casualty.
And those smells are fantastic.
Oh, it is lovely.
I mean, can you all smell that? It's great, huh? I know, this is why it really, really works. You want to press that down to warm up that rice. Don't be afraid of, you know, pushing it down, because as you can see, it's really hot, so it doesn't stick.
Yeah, it's not going to stick.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Now, what we're going to do is just...
Oh, that's my favourite action. Of all the actions in the world,
that's called wrist action.
Yeah. And you have a fine wrist action.
Right. Especially when I use my
Yep, I still love it.
Yeah.
You can do it. Doesn't matter how many times you do it, I find it, I get a trill.
Is it sexy?
It is sexy.
Oh, God, now I know what to do.
Hey.
This is the sun-dried tomatoes. You can, and some spring onions.
We just stir that while you're doing it?
Yes, you can stir that while you're doing it. And when it's hot like that, you get all that wonderful sort of smoky flavor.
Aroma.
Yeah, some fresh parsley, some basil, and some chives. You just put that all in like that. Look at that.
Do you have a top tip for us, Ken?
Yes. Never, ever panic. When you're using the wok, the first thing to remember, just take a deep breath, drink another glass of wine, and chill out.
Another top tip from the kitchen meister of cool. It's cool. Join us after the break. We're going to be sitting down to lunch with the crew of Casualty and asking Ken if this is how he normally repairs punctures.
Yeah. You will help me do it the traditional Chinese way.
All right, I'm just getting this bicycle bump.
And what are you going to do with that?
I'm going to pump some air inside. Well, this is actually the real old Chinese method.
That's right.
Of making bacon duck.
Right. Because it separates the skin from the fat. Look at that.
Very nice.
And the skin will remain nice and crispy. I know it seems like a very strange method, but with 2 people, that's really very easy. This is the genuine Peking duck method.
Yeah, this is
Another top tip there. Remember, with 2 people, that motion is much easier. Okay, we'll see you in 3.
How long? A few minutes.
About 10 minutes.
5 minutes and it's all over.
What do you get out of your lozenge?
A lot more than that.
Airwaves, the amazing new vapor-release chewing gum from Wrigley's. It tastes great and every chew releases wave after wave of fast-acting menthol and eucalyptus vapors to help clear your nose. It goes on and on. New sugar-free Wrigley's Airwaves, long-lasting vapor-release gum.
So, Ivan, have you ever had a tower before?
Your bed, darling.
The KFC Fillet Tower Burger.
Some thoughts on a new way to wear satin.
Wouldn't it be great if everything you wear could be as soft and comfortable?
There's satin.
Tampax satin. An amazing design with a silky smooth finish on the outside. And this gently rounded tip, so it's more comfortable to use.
Tampax satin.
I love wearing satin. Me too.
Tampax. Women know.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Claire Danes in William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. On video, own it forever.
6 of our TIE fighters have been destroyed, and regrettably, our radar base has fallen into rebel hands.
Lord Vader, maybe you should try one of these. They actually help you breathe more easily.
Tunes really do help you breathe more easily.
They taste great. But they come in 3 fruity flavors.
No loving parent would put their child in unnecessary danger. Childhood diseases can seriously harm your child. That's why it's important to immunize.
Domestos Power Cleaner not only cleans, but because it's from Domestos, it kills kitchen germs as well. Good to know, isn't it?
It's time for a dance with chance. How will you eat yours? 1.
Eat your Cadbury's cream egg slice by slice.
2. Find the star and lick it off. 3. Give your egg a good licking. 4. Spin some more.
5. Yeehaw!
Eat it with the light off. I've seen the future.
And it's egg-shaped!
How will you eat yours?
The smell coming out of that kitchen is unbelievable. Welcome back to Light Lunch. Visiting hours are about to start, and soon we'll be welcoming Dr. George, staff nurse Tina and staff nurse Sam from Casualty to our bedside.
But first, here are some news petals that we've plucked from the orchard to turn into a topical potpourri.
Microsoft boss Bill Gates got a custard pie in the face yesterday before going into a meeting in Brussels.
Yep, he was flammed by a Belgian prankster called Noel, who specialises in ambushing smug public figures.
Fancy that, the house party being popular in Belgium.
Well, it's got to be popular somewhere, I suppose.
Yes. Probably because of the gotchas with all those famous Belgians.
Yeah, the famous Belgians, there was somebody, there was a skater. There was a skater and there was a singer.
Yeah, OK. So now, a teenager has been suspended from the pet shop where he works after he was caught juggling guinea pigs.
He was. You're right, Nigel was not of that number. I know because he's in my house, still waiting to be picked up by you.
He's coming back to my house on Friday.
Good. In his defence, he said that he wasn't actually juggling the guinea pigs, OK? He'd actually dropped them, was just trying to catch them over and over again. Drop and catch and drop them.
Brian Harvey.
It's a rubbish defence, isn't it? And
yeah,
also,
it is.
Yeah.
Brian Harvey, ex of E17, safe, was yesterday found guilty of punching a photographer outside a nightclub.
Apparently he got very, very upset when the paparazzi refused to take pictures of him.
And as if that wasn't enough, he's been accused of cutting a rope with a knife.
And causing a fray.
I prescribe, Sue, a huge dose of Ken Hom as an antidote to this tomfoolery. Susie, off to the kitchen with you.
I'm off, my love.
I'm
going off past the fish tank there, heading towards the aromatic house of the rising pun. How you doing, Ken?
Okay, this is perfectly done. Look at this. Beautiful. It's nice and crispy and absolutely wonderful.
You can
smell that. And
Did you have any disasters on set while you were filming the series?
Yes, actually, on the last program, it was edited out, but we almost fell into the glacier. And what happened was, I pulled my guest, who was one of the greatest chefs in the world, and I pulled him over, and we fell on the hob, and all the fish cakes went flying, and it was incredible.
So it was nearly a major accident.
Yes.
But you saved the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Heroic hom. What can you say? Unbelievable.
I'm going to garnish this with a little bit of chive oil, and it's made with fresh chives and olive oil, which is all pureed. Look at that. It's really, like, gorgeous. And a little bit of tomato oil, which is just stewed fresh tomatoes with a little bit of olive oil. You can't go wrong with that.
No messing.
No messing around. And we'll turn that off, and we'll put some rice here. Look at that. I mean, is this a light lunch or what?
It's a fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. Now, is there any way we can get hold of your recipes for the new series?
Yes, they can get it in the book.
You got a companion book to series?
Yes, absolutely.
And it's called Travels with
the Hot Walk. Absolutely.
There you go. Now you know. Now, while he's dishing up, I'm going to dish out a copy of your recipe details there, Ken. If you'd like an essay, hello. Hello, I work here. Goodness only knows why. If you can tell me, please write. Also, at Free Post Lunch, state which recipe you'd like. In this case, it's Ken Hom's recipe. Tune into Foretell on page 330, and you can find us on the World Wide Web at the Channel 4 site on the internet. Now, if you just tripped over your pet chihuahua Mandy, say, and accidentally dragged your computer off the desk on top of you, trapping yourself under that PC with the phone just out of reach, don't bother with logging onto our website. Just get yourself down to Casualty. Very, very sharpish, all right? Ken, this looks fantastic. He's a star. I think an enormous round of applause for the most infamous chef in the world. Thanks, Ken. It looks amazing. Bands! Saucy as you are you hungry?
Oh, yes, matron.
Lovely. Audience, are you hungry? Yes! Physiotherapists at St Thomas's Hospital, are you hungry? Yes! God bless you, lads. Then let's eat lunch. He's the blonde bombshell with a sensible yet sexy nurse's uniform. What red-blooded patient wouldn't want to have him loosen their clothes and take their temperatures? It's Jonathan Kerrigan! She can do ballet, tap dance, roller skate, ride, sing and play the piano, making her the most exciting thing to come out of Norfolk since Bernard Matthews' turkey drummers. Beautiful! Please welcome Claire Goose! She's the dynamic doctor who's stuck between two of the most mouth-watering medics this side of the Atlantic. Please go crazy for Rebecca Lacey! Lads, welcome. Welcome. Bienvenue.
Welcome.
Hello.
Rebecca, let's be gentle. You're not feeling so good. What's up?
Speak up. She's deaf. Yeah, I'm deaf on that side. I've got ear infection, face infection.
Are you feeling okay?
No, I'm feeling dreadful.
You're a trooper, you are.
Yeah, man.
I've had an injection, so I should be all right.
Where did you have your injection?
Yes, where,
we all know, don't we?
Yes, we do.
I think we know now.
Yes, we do.
Do tuck in. I'm sure Ken Hom's cookery will make you feel better.
It is Ken Hom. This isn't Betty Bleasdale, is it?
This is Ken Hom.
Right, we're all right.
I'm still actually stunned that he was just there. The most infamous chef in the world.
Ken Hom was in the kitchen, literally. Now, Jonathan saw your good self the other day on Celebrity Ready Steady Cook.
Yeah, more of a chicken in the basket celebrity ready steady cook.
Did you have a good time though? Was it good fun?
It was a right laugh, yeah, it was great. I mean, I don't do anything in the kitchen whatsoever, so I was just there, I don't know if you saw, just chopping, look, like I can do herbs.
Yes.
And that's all I could do, and drink beer.
Yeah,
that was it.
Beer drinking every time the camera came back to us.
Casualty's been running now for the last sort of 12 years, and it gets a staggering, what is it, 15 million viewers on air?
Like that.
Yeah.
What's 15 people, yeah.
What do you think the secret of its monumental success is then?
Tight uniforms.
I'll go along with
that. Not for us, it's not.
Tight and short uniforms on these.
What do you reckon?
I don't know. It's very
I think there's so many things. I think there's definitely a sort of a format that everyone is so used to.
Yeah.
That is why they tune in, because you can watch it and you can say, right, here are so many people, this is what's happened. And you know that someone's going to die at the end of it, so I think that's why people
It's funny, I was in the back there and I saw this pet shop owner juggling some guinea pigs with dynamite in, and I thought, now then.
Guinea pig, can you believe that? Juggling the little guineas.
I know, we read that in the green room, we thought that was
horrible. That's not going to go down well with the little gins, is it?
You should try elephants. That's what I do. Have a Saturday night.
Oh, I've got to go off with elephant juggle. That's what I fancy doing.
Now, you know ER, that's the American version of hospital drama.
Never heard of that.
It did its last series with a live episode in. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Live, can you believe it? What would happen, do you think, if Casualty did a live episode?
We'd love to. We would love to do it live, wouldn't we?
It'd be
We would
cracking.
fantastic. It'd be so good.
What would happen, do you think? Would it all go to...
Oh, we'd laugh. You'd just see us laughing all over.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, drop my gloves. Oh, God. Let's do that again, shall we?
It would be quite difficult, because if people don't know the lines,
Yeah.
I mean, John and Vince are very good at ad-libbing, and so they'd probably throw you completely. So you just have to quickly walk away.
There'd probably be somebody running behind Racy here with a telephone directory. Like, stand on that. You look tall now. That's it.
I have to spend most of my time, whenever I do operations, because I'm quite short, standing on things.
Yes, on
you can't see me otherwise.
So you're on a box the whole time?
Yes.
So
Well, yellow pages.
There's a lot of horseplay, by the sounds of it.
An awful lot. It's a very serious
lot of
job.
playing
There's people
with
dying. Yes.
A lot of gaggery. I heard you actually, Rebecca, in makeup doing a very good version of the theme tune, which involves some Would you like to perhaps, I know you're feeling ill, perhaps you'd like to do that for us now? The poultry version.
It's a poultry version. It's a poultry version. It starts with a turkey and ends up with a goose.
Come on, I'll do the turkey then goose. Off we go. Quickly.
And it goes on. Yes.
Poultry or poultry?
Imagine if we did a live version.
Yes,
sort of thing.
I'm waiting for the 12-inch disco remix. I'm holding on.
Talking of ER as we were, did you see that Alex Kingston, famous Brit actress, is in there now?
She's terribly English, isn't she?
She's very English.
Very
certainly is.
Yeah, but there's hope for us all, isn't there?
It is.
There's hope for us all.
She's the Dick Van Dyke of VR, isn't she?
She's very good.
You mean that in a most complimentary way?
Oh, yeah, no, totally, absolutely.
Nicest possible way.
I do.
Now, Rebecca, I've got to look at this because it's quite complicated. Your character has a 4-year-old son. She's just had an affair with a nurse who's just discovered he has a daughter.
Naughty.
And the bloke who fancies you, Dr. Richard McCaig, has just revealed he has MS.
Oh, it's all...
Is it becoming more like a soap than drama, do you reckon?
Well, no, it's the serial elements. I hate the word soap. The serial elements of the show are kind of... They've hyped them up a bit. Yeah, this series for sure. But I think
it's still
general
very
public
gritty,
like
though.
that. Yeah, the combination of the serial elements and the grit of the realistic drama, I think works really well. I hope it works really well. I mean, we really enjoy playing more personal aspects of our characters rather than just going into a cubicle and saying, you're not very well, here you are, go away, and that's all you see.
Always good to see characters snogging as well in some sort of sluice room.
You've got to.
Always
it's what you want, isn't it?
Always
you
good
want to see a bit of drama.
We don't get any of that, though.
You don't.
I don't. I'm just like...
Surely you will soon, though.
Well, I did mention it to the producers for next series. I said, come on, where's my love interest? Yes! I want to be there on the panel choosing.
Come on, Ms. Goose. Get yourself some slog action in the sluice room.
Well, it might... We'll see.
You reckon?
Well... They said so. Look at you, he's going, don't say anything.
How come you've got a love interest and I haven't?
Oh, come on. You had so many men.
No, I just want attention, thank you.
You've got attention.
As you were.
Now, what do you all do when you're off duty, so to speak?
We just go home early, don't we, dear?
We dress up in white turtlenecks and hand rank hospitals going, can I have a go?
Oh, my God.
Just miss it.
Bex and I share a flat.
Do you?
Yes,
we're wives.
Wife and wife.
No.
Been living happily together.
This is the flat called Party Central.
This is the
We've
one.
heard. The show's bird told me that.
Do what? That was on my wrong ear.
You reckon it's not? You reckon it's not Party
Central?
Yeah.
It is if you like playing cribbage with some port. Yes. Come round to us for a party. Right, bridge, I'll deal.
Liar.
Have you put the washing on, dear? That's what we said most of the time.
We have very interesting conversations at work about who's got the washing powder and the tea bags, and everyone finds it highly amusing. Exactly.
Who gives the best parties in, Jonathan?
We do.
I don't
no
want
one
to be biased.
turns up to yours. Come on. Yeah, we might be having a party on next Friday, maybe.
Maybe nobody turns up, but I have a damn good time.
Exactly, and that's what counts.
No, Bex and I like to plan our parties. We have summer parties and all that. we know in advance, don't we? And we get our old invites out, slap them up round the warehouse.
We get the pins out, don't we, dear?
And everybody tears them down and ignores them. They come down to ours.
No, that's you.
For a rave up.
All right, I'm jealous.
Then we're having an alternative party.
So, lads, a couple of things. First of all, Rebecca, I do believe that a certain doctor came to visit you last night for the aforementioned ear.
Well, he was a French doctor, and he was very, very lovely.
Oh, nice.
How long?
Quite well, didn't he?
Yeah, how long? We was there 3/4 of an hour. It was marvellous.
What was it he said about your ear?
Well, hey, I don't know, he didn't look at me ear.
Did you sort of give him some helpful tips as to what he was doing? Or?
Well, no, he gave me helpful tips. It was marvellous. He gave me an injection in the rear end, as we all know now.
Excellent.
And he said, oh, so you're a doctor on the television. You tell me what injection